boys and girls, it's Mrs. Hill-Higinbotham here with the help of my son Cody recording for us today. I'd like to talk to you about our communities. We are learning about urban, suburban, and rural, and I live in a rural community, so I wanted to bring it home to you to show you where I live. And as you can see, I love the Steelers. I think you guys already know that, but you can tell them now. Trying to stay warm because it's really cold, and we're about to play our game in about an hour from now. I'm so excited. So I want to show you where I live. This is my house. And when you come out to a rural community like ours, you notice the open spaces. And if you look across the road, we have silos. Cody's zooming in for you. And silos are an example. We've seen it in our book as well, and we've talked about where they keep some food for animals, right? And that's a great example of a rural area. If you walk over here, you guys remember I showed you in the fall that I had corn, and they were chopping the corn down. Now that we are winterizing, there are no corn left. So open spaces, you can see as Cody pans around in a rural area, we have lots of open land and fields. Our neighbors are way down there. So our houses are not close together. They are far apart. And that's an example of a rural area. We're walking back here. I told you that I also have pigs. Watch the water there, kid. And our pigs, they'll probably come out as we get closer. We have pigs and chickens. Lots of times in a rural area, you have animals, farm animals. And we have about 20 chickens, and I will let you see them. We also have Tank, who's trying to get into our picture. We also have a lot of wet lands. I feel bad for Cody right now. So here's the pigs. They're coming out to greet Tank, our dog. And then we have some chickens. We also have some Polish chickens. They have some fun head dressing. So in a rural area, you have open fields, you have farm animals normally, you have silos, you have fields. You can see our tractor equipment over there, and we have a tractor as well as a garden. It's winterized right now. But I hope you've enjoyed this little video of our rural area that we live in. You guys in Vineland live in a suburban area, and then hopefully on this you're going to see Cody has some great other pictures of the city, which he loves. He's a fan of the city big time. He loves Philadelphia, he loves New York City, so he's going to put some pictures of that in there. And that's the urban example, tall buildings, right, and taxis. And then we have our suburban areas, which reminds me of Vineland because there's houses close together, but not too close, right? And not too far. So it's a suburban area, okay? So I hope you've enjoyed this, enjoyed the whole movie, and we will see you soon. Bye!
This is an example of an urban community. This is a community that typically has tall buildings, cars going everywhere, and is often a city. This city in particular is Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, not too far from New Jersey. The photos and videos you are seeing are from trips that I've taken to Philadelphia in the past few years. The videos are from when I attended a film school there a few years back, and most of the photos are from when I took a trip to Philly this past year. If you're familiar with the Rocky movies, you know about the Rocky steps in the Philly area. During my trip to Philly this past year, I achieved one of my goals of running the Rocky steps myself. Next is an example of a suburban community. This is a community with a lot of houses side by side and often a lot of front and backyards. This suburban community in particular is Vineland, New Jersey, which happens to be my hometown.